Hi, and welcome to this video. My name is Sylvain Rochon from HomeStudioLogic.com, and thank you for coming back for part two of me mixing my new song, collaboration with Stupert Studios in the UK. His name is Stuart. Just to give you a bit of history, I wrote the lyrics, Stuart did the instrumentals. All the tracks have been recorded by him. The first idea was for me to do the drum track because I'm a drummer, but Stuart is also a drummer. But it turns out that he did a perfect job, and for me to record a drum track on this song would be a waste of time because he did such a fabulous job. So yesterday we left this mix. We're at the static mix status. We're doing the top down mixing. So what I did yesterday, so I just mixed the buses and no panning was done yet. Today we're going to do panning and we're going to adjust again the levels just to make sure that it sounds good. The fundamental of a great static mix will make your song being a great mix at the end result. Plugins is cherry, or if you want icing on the cake, cherry on top. Because if you get your static mix to sound wonderful, well, the rest, I wouldn't say easy, but it makes your life a lot easier when everything is at its place. So let's continue on with this static mix. First, we're going to listen to a part of the song just to make sure that we agree with what we did yesterday. Normally, I would sit down and I would listen to the full song and I would write notes. But for the sake of not taking that much time on this video, I'm going to cut that feature in half if you want. So we're going to listen to from the intro to maybe at the end of the second chorus. So that will give us an idea if we're heading in the right direction. So let's press play and start mixing. It's morning, so I'm having a coffee.
Some say there's someone in this world looks or acts like you in a way that your fingers, girl. Simply, how can this be true? Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appeared out of nowhere without seeing it. Then the last thing you know, it's been a year. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again. Now that we know each other, feels like you are my brother. What a feeling that I found you. Now I know in my heart that it's so true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again.
So we're getting a pretty good idea. Right now, it sounds very decent for a bus mix. or top-down mixing. So we did not do any panning yet. So let's start doing that. I'm going to start with the keys. What I've noticed is that Stuart actually wrote which instrument needs to be panned, center, left, and right. But I am going to listen to every track and decide if I'm agreeing with them or not. So let's start with the electric piano at the beginning. So let's listen to which is this instrument. I'm noticing that it could get a level raise, and I'm already at unity gain. So I'm going to apply. I know that it's been reduced more than this, so I'm just going to apply. There you go. So now we have some volume. So let's play again. I think that's cool. We've got some Hammond B3 organ right here. I'm going to do the same thing because I know it's at unity right now. So I am going to give it a little bit volume raise. There we go. A great organ, well recorded, always sounds very good in a mix. So let's press play and see what the volume is.
Some say there's to
I'm just going to go here.
be true. Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appear.
All right, I like that for now. Now we've got some piano going on right here. Again, I think I'm going to have to give it a level raise. Oh yeah, that needs a raise for sure. Let's give it a raise. I'm even going to go at -7. Oh no, it needs more than that.
Some say there's to girl. In a way that your fingers, girl, simply.
All right, so for now it's going to be good. We might be giving it some clarity later on with an EQ. All right, so we've got a key or piano raise right here. Let's see how it reacts to. All right, so I'm noticing that its volume is low as well. Yeah, that's not enough. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the piano. All right. It may be too much though. Let me. that's too much. But I'm just gonna lower it down again because it's clipping a little bit. So let's do -3. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna lower down the volume. Okay, now we've got some Rhodes keyboard. Yeah, let's give it a. I'm gonna give it some more. Sorry, my mistake. I'm tempted to do a hard left on this one and do a hard right on this one here. We always like to balance when we're doing panning. So if we're throwing something on the left, well, most of the time something playing at the same time will be thrown on the right. That's how I like to do it. So let's see what it does. Okay. I'm not sure about that move. Might come back to later on. All right, this here, what is. Okay, that's this pass here. Okay, it's not dominant enough in the volume. Just to say that I probably made a mistake at the beginning when I gave it a -12 dB on all tracks. But that's okay, I can adjust. All right, let's see.
Now that you know me, feels like you are my brother. What?
Okay. All right, this one, what is this track doing? Okay, I just want to.
Suddenly, without knowing it, you simply appeared. Out of suddenly.
Yeah, this track is stereo, so panning it is not a good idea.
Suddenly, without it, you simply
All right, so the volume is okay. We might later on maybe put an EQ on it just to feel its presence a little bit more in the mix. But for now, we'll leave it at this. So what is this track doing here? Okay, it's a dominant lick. All right, so it needs a raise. So it's not stereo. What does this one do? It's a little bit. Okay, so I'm tempted. First of all, I'm going to give it a raise. I'm tempted to try to hard left on this one and hard right on this one, just to see how it feels, because they're playing together right here. And I want to leave some room in the middle for the bass and the drums. And so let's see how it sounds.
Some say there's someone in this world looks or acts like you in a way that miles apart. We are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again. Now that we know each other, feels like my brother. What a feeling that I found you. Now I know in my heart that it's so true. Miles apart, we are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This one is very low, and I believe being in the middle might be a better option. But this one here, number two, synth number two, fresh my memory.
Out of nowhere without seeing it, then the last thing you know, it's been miles apart. We are so alike. It's feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again.
I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. It's got some low end. Do I need the low end? Probably not. It's probably going to be interfering with the bass at a later time. Okay, I'm gonna go. Still, I'm gonna go with my first decision was to pan it on hard right, and we'll deal with it later. All right, now acoustic guitar. So right here, oh, here Stuart already said this one's centered left and right. So let's go with what he said, and let's have a listen. They're right here. So this one is standard that it would be in the center because it's playing for most part of the song. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Feeling we just can't strike. Miles apart, our purpose the same. Nothing is again. Now nothing know we.
Oh, that sounds about right for the acoustic guitar. Now, the electric guitar. So we've got many tracks, and Stuart already wrote what's left, what's center, what's right, and blah blah blah. So let's listen to it, and let's do what he wrote. So this one's center, this one's center, this one left, this one right. He did not say anything about this one, so we'll decide what we do with it. This one's center, this one's center, hard left, hard right. He did not say anything. Center. That would be center to reverse guitar. Center. Center again. And we have a left and a right here. Okay, so now our job, since there are so many tracks, we need to find out what are they doing in this mix. Very important. So right now we've got, I'm just going to do this. Okay, so that's the standard rhythm guitar. So the two guitars are playing for most part of the song. Another thing that I noticed is, oops, these two guitars. Okay, they're playing at the end. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. So let's make sure that the two tracks right here are sitting well in our mix. I'm going to mute all the other tracks. Another thing that I'll do right away, I'll mute the vocals. Working on the band right now, so. Okay, that sounds decent. Now I'm going to check these two at the end. Nice. So maybe you're noticing right now that the guitar seems to be overriding the bass and the drums. I can lower down the bus volume level for now, but my main concern is to try to get a level on all different tracks. Then I can adjust with the bus level. So let's continue on and see what the other ones are doing. So we're this one here, unmute, and let's solo it to see exactly what it does. Okay, so it's a tiny lead. Technically, it should be going into my lead folder. What do you think? I think that's where it needs to go. And I think that this one too is doing maybe an harmony. Well, actually, I've got 4 of them. And about this one here. Okay, let's do the volume of those two. Okay. Let's introduce this one here. Okay, let's give this one, you know what, instead of going in that route, I'm just gonna do it right here. Oh, you see right now it's at plus. So we're just gonna give it a little bit more, maybe 1 dB, 1 point something dB. Okay, and how about this one here? All right. And then this one, oh, twiddles. Let's see what twiddles are. Okay, that's different. Let's see what. Okay. Let's bring up at +3. Okay, I'm seeing that right here it's more dominant. All right, so we might need to do some animation later on with this particular track just to make sure that the beginning of it is heard in verse 1 and chorus 1 being slightly there during the two sections. And we want to make sure, like right here in the solo, it's only a vibe, a background vibe. Okay, let's do this one here, which is in the center. And let's see what this one does. Oh, that's very nice. I'm just gonna give it a raise right away. That's nice. It's more dominant. Oh, it's actually playing chords. Oh, that's very nice. Okay. It might be just a little bit. Okay, we might do some animation here still later on. By the way, I do my animation on the static mix. You'll say, what? Because normally most of you will do it at the end of the song. I do it in the static mix. Because if the static mix is well done and all the animation is at its place, the rest is just cherry on top. Trust me. It works for me. All right, next guitar. That's a fuzzy, slightly fuzzy guitar that he said. Let's have a listen to it. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah. Right there where it needs to be. Very nice. Goosebump alert. Yeah, that's a Joe Gilder saying. He's got a little chart going on and says, goosebump alert. Well, goosebump. Goosebump. So, Stuart, you just gave me goosebump, my friend. All right, let's continue on. All right, we're seeing the two are panned. So they're working together. Let's unmute them. And let's see what they're bringing to this song. Oh, just very nice chords, just reinforcing that chorus portion. Very nice. We're very nice. So I am going to go here because it seems to be in a louder section. Now he's chording more. So let's find out if they're where they need to be. Yep, 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 yep. I like that. All right, this one here, he calls it, what is the name? Slide. So this one slides. So let's have a listen in solo. Okay, so it's a little bit dominant. It needs to be heard. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to give it an extra dB here. Nice. Okay, next. This is Twiddles. Twiddles. What do they do? So if you notice there is a delay and that delay is going left and right, so that needs to stay in the middle. So we're not going to be panning that one for sure. So let's see if it's present in that mix. Yeah, so I gave it maybe 1.5, 1.6 dB extra level right there. Pretty cool. Good job, Stuart, by the way. I know you'll be watching this for sure. The idea is that Stuart will be doing the master on my mix. So that will come later when we're done. So this is sort of a guitar. Yeah, it's a reverse guitar. So let's see if we're hearing it properly. Yeah, it needs a raise. I gave it 4 dB. Oh, yeah. Very nice. All right. Next. All right, that's a stereo guitar. At the end, chorus number 3. So we're still giving it some nasty punch at the end of the song. Oh yeah. That will need to be on dominant. So okay, let's hear it. Fun fact that I want to say right now because it just came out in my head. When I started mixing 5 years ago, a lot of people were saying you get ear fatigue, and I said, "Wow, fuck that shit." Sorry for the language. I'm going to continue on, and I was mixing all day, 12, even sometimes even 15 hours because I love it so much, and when I came back to my mix the next morning and listened to it, because the night before I was pretty happy with it, but the next morning it was, oh my God, eesh, eesh. So, yes, taking breaks is a must when you're mixing a song. When you feel that you're increasing the levels too much, it means that your ears are starting to be fatigued. Take a break, an hour, do whatever you want. Go have lunch, take a walk, spend time with your family. Doesn't matter, but take a break. I would say even do not listen to music. Some say, well, go listen to your favorite band. Nope. Give your ears a break. So, next, we're gonna finish the guitars on this video, and the next video will go to the other tracks because I don't want to make too long. I don't want the videos to be too long, and I don't want you to get bored. But if you like mixing like me, you're not bored. I know I would see that video from start to end. And for sure, if you have comments on how you work, just write them. Give me a comment. I say, hey, Sil, I like the way you work, or I don't like the way you work. I don't care if it's negative. It's constructive. And you should be doing this, this, and this, and that. But, when you find a way to mix your songs and you always get great results, it doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as you have a great sounding mix at the end. Most of the time, you know what is the thing that screws us up? Most of the time, it's plugins. We don't use the right plugins. Or we bought a new plugin and I'm going to try it, and it creates an effect and it actually destroys your mix. So just be careful. Like I said on a previous video, learn your plugins. When you learn your plugins and you know what they do for you, the sky is the limit. All right, next. This guitar here, it's got a different feel. Okay, let's see if it's in the mix. All right, so now that we've been through all the different guitar tracks and what they do for us, I believe that we are louder than what we should be. So now let's press play. I'm going to mute the keys, the lead, transition, and the brass. And I'm going to leave the drums and the bass. And I'll even turn off the acoustic guitar. By the way, the mute button is my favorite button. When you want to find a problem, let's say you have bounced a song and you're listening it to in your car and you're hearing at the back, so you've got some static going on, the mute button is your best friend. All right, let's do this. What do you think? Are we heading the right direction? So let's start at the beginning and have a listen. And then I'm going to say goodbye, but we'll be back on part 3. So that's it for this video. Have you noticed that the previous video we were at almost minus 2.9 here, and we're at minus 4.8? It means that creating a stereo image and panning some tracks here and there, we actually improve our level at the master, at the stereo master output. So that's it. Just a reminder, when we do the automation of the levels, the last section of the lead guitar will need to be changed. I need to make that lead guitar more present. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. And if you like content like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me comments. I'd like to hear what you think of the way I mix. And don't be afraid to be honest. I'm not taking it personally, it's constructive. So, on the next video, thank you for watching.